Hi everyone. I want to share and talk about my idea for summer camp in 2025. I know maybe half and half of the people are not interested in summer camp. What if there was a new summer camp only for people has high functioning autism? I remember I've been to Camp Civiton. It was supposed to be for high functioning, except it was all mixed with different disabilities. The reason why I hope this one is just high functioning level. One, it could be for young and older adults to join. No age limits. And for this camp, there could also be a place for high functioning young or older adults to get to know each other and the camp counselor. Let's say if they're having a problem at this camp, the counselors would listen. Hey, what's going on? My condition? Let's pretend if there was going to be different counselors at this camp. One, it's important to understand autism. I know I always say this before. Maybe not a lot of people want to learn or don't have the patience to do that. I think it's important to try your best no matter what. Is high functioning autism always easy? No, it's not easy. But you know what? You'll still have to try your best to deal and cope with that. And at this camp, with what they should do is they'll have s'mores and fun activities. Like, let's say for high functioning autistics are into horseback riding, they'll do that if they're not allergic to horses. At night, they could watch a fun movie. They'll have to make sure they have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. What do you think of this idea? But the only problem is, I'm not a camp counselor at all, and I'm not an owner of the camp. That would cost way too much money, and someone else would have to figure out the costs of that. And depending on how much the food would cost there. Now, let's say if I was actually the owner of a camp for only high functioning adults. Let's say the camp was going to cost $245. If most families, grandparents, or whoever you live with can't afford that, they would figure out, okay, let's get like a scholarship to cover the costs. That's just a thought and idea. And it would be helpful, like let's say if you need a break from them this summer, they could have fun. But the only problem is you have to figure out what's going to be the name of it. And I'm just saying, like, let's pretend if I was like a billionaire rich, like Bruce Wayne or Tony Stark, I would go to Camp Civiton, buy that out, and make a new camp just for high functioning autistic level. But again, I don't have that type of money, and I'm not Bruce Wayne or Tony Stark. And let's say there was a high functioning autistic male or female has a hard time struggling with different crowds. They would have a alone time center there too, and make sure they have their cabin space. Just be honest, what do you think of this idea? That's all I want to share. Bye, everyone.